Europe's Market in Crypto Assets Regulation, or MiCAR for short, has laid out rules for the European distributed ledger technology ecosystem. This includes requirements for operation, organization, and governance of crypto asset service providers and issuers of tokens. It also provides requirements for the protection of clients, including mitigation against systemic and consumer-related risks. Under MiCAR, activities, products, or services considered fully decentralized are exempt. The only catch is that the term fully decentralized isn't actually defined in a legal capacity. To further complicate the issue, MiCAR explicitly states that when part of such activities or services is performed in a decentralized manner, they are bound by regulation. So how do we know when things are fully decentralized or not? This two-part video series will look at the concept of decentralization, provide some clarity as to how decentralization might be assessed, and offer some thoughts on how decentralized projects might guard themselves against being targeted by regulatory authorities. So where should we start? Most perspectives on decentralization are framed through network theory. Network theory, also known as graph theory or network science, is a branch of knowledge related to mathematics and computer science. It attempts to understand how nodes are distributed through a network, especially with respect to their interconnection and information flows. One of the seminal works in network theory was by Paul Barron, who authored a paper in 1964. This paper included a very famous, but often criticized, diagram. Decentralization is represented as the level of node distribution in a network, with a range existing between centralized and radically decentralized, or alternatively, distributed. More recently, research by Badeau et al. Was funded by the European Research Council. This research leans on the early work of Barron, and distinguishes between three types of decentralization discourse: design-based, in which decentralization is a principle for design and engineering; aim-based, in which a system is intended to have decentralizing effects; and claim-based, where a system is designated as a decentralized system and may or may not live up to that in its deployment. A smaller subsection of research focuses explicitly on cryptocurrency ecosystems. Deconstructing Decentralization, Exploring the Core Claim of Crypto Systems by Angela Walsh describes how the term decentralization is being used in many, sometimes confusing ways. She also details the inextricable link between decentralization and the concept of permissionlessness. She explains that we should view networks as consisting of layers, all of which are required to be decentralized if we're to apply the term fully decentralized in any meaningful way. Vitalik Buterin has also weighed in on the topic with a piece titled The Meaning of Decentralization. He describes three separate axes of decentralization discourse: architectural, or how many physical computers a system is made up of and how many it can tolerate breaking down at any single time; political, or how many individuals or organizations ultimately control the computers a system is made of; and logical, or whether the interface and data structures a system presents and maintains appear more as a monolith or an amorphous form. Buterin provides a simple heuristic. If you cut the system in half, will both halves continue to fully operate as independent units? If so, then the system is decentralized. While these papers offer varied approaches for considering types of decentralization, how do we actually know when something is fully decentralized? Is there a way to ensure that an offering is designated as fully decentralized so that it doesn't come under the purview of European regulations? To get this answer, we need to look more closely at what the regulators say, which we'll do in the next video. Stay tuned!